Hey, Tyler Ford here, Tucson, Arizona, and welcome to this episode of Living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection. And in this episode, I'm going to take you on a tour of Blacketts Ridge Trail in Sabino Canyon. We're getting an early start. I like to get here early just because the parking lot fills up, and like to have a place to park. But Blacketts Ridge is a favorite hike amongst people in Tucson, and it's just shy of 6 miles. It's 3 miles out, 3 miles back, and it's pretty steep. One of the reasons I like to do it is this time of year we get ready for the Grand Canyon, and I like to get my downhill legs on. So coming down, it's pretty steep and helps to train those downhill legs. So here we go. Park at Sabino Canyon, and in order to get into Sabino Canyon, there is a fee. I like to get the annual pass, which gets me into Sabino Canyon, and then also Saguaro National Monument East and all the other parks. It's a pass that gets you into all the parks throughout the country. So this morning I'm hiking with my wife. She and I do a lot of stuff together, and this is one of our favorites. And you start out in the Sabino Canyon parking lot, and you're on a dirt section for about a half mile. And right now we're on a little road section that takes us to the trailhead. So we're getting ready for the Grand Canyon. One of the reasons we like Blacketts is it's really steep. So it works the uphill, and more importantly, especially for Grand Canyon, you need those downhill legs. And so we'll hit Blacketts this time of year when we're getting ready for the Grand Canyon, just to get our downhill legs on. So there's Mimi. Hi. Depending on the time of the year, there's a section right before you get to the trailhead that's a part of the wash or river that runs through Sabino Canyon. And during the summer, during the monsoons, or winter when there's a lot of snow runoff, you could have to get a little wet to get over this little dam right here. So just a heads up. So from Sabino Canyon parking lot to the trailhead, it's about 0.8, and then it's another 0.4 miles to the trailhead. So we're actually on the phone line trail, and I've done another video about that, and I'll put that up above that you can click on to learn more about the phone line. So we're on the phone line trail. It's about 0.4 to the Blacketts Ridge trailhead, and we're gonna work our way up this section. This section's a little steep section until you get to Blacketts Ridge, and then it starts up the climb. So right now I'm at about 1.4 miles. So from Sabino Canyon parking lot to the Blacketts trailhead is 1.4 miles. So we've got, according to this, it's 1.7 miles to the top of Blacketts. And once you get up there, you're up on a ridge line. It's an epic, beautiful view where you got, you're looking into Sabino Canyon, and then off to the south, you're looking down into Tucson. And we'll give you that view once we get up there. But here's where it gets really steep. We start to trek right up there, but it gets really steep here, and then it kind of flattens out. The first section's the really steep part, and then it kind of flattens out and rolls up to the top. So we'll take some photos when we get to the top. The things I like about Blacketts Ridge Trail, there's a handful of things that I really like about it. Number one, it is steep, so it works those uphill legs and downhill legs. So if you're getting ready for something that has it's steep or downhill, Blacketts is perfect. And we do the Grand Canyon a couple times a year, and anytime we're doing the Grand Canyon, we come out here and do Blacketts just to prepare. The other thing I like about it, it's got some epic views. So it's a great place to see the sun coming up or see the sunset in Tucson. But the one thing that you need to do if you're gonna do that, just put on lights and get out early and with headlights and get up here and watch the sun come up, or have a picnic up top and watch the sunset. So it's a great place to see the sunrise and the sunset here in Tucson. Another cool thing about it that I like, during the full moon, the big full moons, like the October moon, you can come up here and watch it come up, or leave in the morning dark when it's dark and watch that moon set over the Tucson mountain range, and it comes up over the rincons. So it's a great place to see the moon rise or the moon set. Another thing that I like about it, and disclaimer, I've been doing Blacketts for going on 30 years, and I've never seen a rattlesnake. And you know, I do a lot out in Swarm National Monument East, and there's rattlesnakes everywhere out there. So disclaimer, they're still out here, you got to be careful, but you don't have to worry about rattlesnakes as much, especially in the summer months. In the winter, they hibernate and go away into November, and then they come out usually March, April, they'll start to come out again. So what are some other things? It's just, hey, the views are spectacular. I think I already said that, but the views are awesome. There's a couple things I don't like, and that is, you know, over the years as Tucson has become more populated, it's become one of the more crowded hikes. And so when I'm doing Blacketts, I like to get an early start in the morning and beat the traffic and put on a headlamp and start in the dark. So if you're starting right when the sun's coming up or when it's already light in the morning, you're gonna have more traffic than other places in Tucson. So that's probably my least favorite. But if I had to choose, so, you know, phone line is also, you're on the phone line trail. If I had to choose between Blacketts and phone line, I'd pick phone line any day. It's a little bit quieter, there's less traffic, but Blacketts serves its purpose. And the main reason we come out and do it is just to get in the steepness of the climbs and also the descent. So that's it. And then, you know, when you get up top, we're almost to the top. Bring some food, have a picnic. It's just a great place to chill out. It's quiet when you get up there. Traffic will be kind of coming in and out, but you look down into Tucson, you got the Rincons to the east, and it's just really, really pretty. So that's my take on Blacketts and all the reasons I love it. And you know, the one downside again is just a little bit more traffic than some of the other places in Tucson. So we've got Sabino Canyon in the background. Blacketts is on a ridge line, and on the north side of the ridge line is Sabino Canyon, and looking out to the south, and I'll turn around here, is Tucson. But one thing to consider is a lot of people bring their trekking poles because it's really steep, and especially for the downhill, those trekking poles can help you on the downhill hill. So just a little recommendation, if you're used to trekking poles, I would definitely recommend them. So just panning around here, we got Tucson in the background, and again, one of the reasons I like it up here is the views are absolutely spectacular. Made it to the top, and right here, Blacketts Ridge, we are at the top. It just dead ends on a ridge line, and it's just shy of 3 miles. So round trip, call it 6 miles. You're going to be just under 6 miles, but this is the top. And again, it's a great place to just chill out. There's a couple places that you can just hang out and enjoy the views, and right back there, Sabino Canyon. And then directly behind me is Tucson, and looking down, that is Sabino Springs. I just did a little video on Sabino Springs. It's a great community, and it's home of Arizona National, and Sabino High School is right there. That's the high school I went to. So again, you got some great views up here. Hey Mimi, we're to the top, and if you were to give the viewers and listeners one thing as to why you like Blacketts, what is it? Give it to us.
Tranquil.
Tranquil?
When you get to the top, it's so peaceful and quiet, and you can just sit here and think and meditate, and it's just the most beautiful place in the world.
So we're about done walking in, and one thing to consider is, you know, Blacketts is more of a hike. If you're an experienced trail runner, I'd say go for it. But if you're looking for a really good run, I would suggest the phone line, which is on the same trail. You just keep on going. So what's your take, Meme?
My take is that this part right here is very runnable and lots of fun, but once you get up there, it's kind of tough.
Nothing better than Blacketts in Tucson, Arizona for a great hike in the morning. So we are done. We're back to the Sabino Canyon parking lot. And one thing to consider, especially in late fall, winter, and spring when the weather cools off and the winter visitors come back to Tucson, the parking lot can fill up really quick. So it's a good idea to get an early start because a lot of times during those times there's overflow where you've got to park outside of Sabino Canyon. So just something to think about. So it's right at about 6 miles, just shy. I'm going to call it 6 miles, but in the description there's a link to a Strava map where you can check it out and get a profile to see the elevation just to see how steep it really is. Hope you enjoyed this video on the Blacketts Ridge Trail here, Tucson, Arizona in Sabino Canyon. If you like this video, do me a huge favor, give me an internet high five by liking it. If you have any questions about Blacketts or any hikes or outdoor activities in Tucson, you can go ahead and comment below and I'll get back to you. And for more awesome videos about living in Tucson, your Tucson Real Estate Connection, you can always subscribe to the channel. Make it a great day.